Welcome to this new Football Manager 2022 series with a bit of a random theme. I'm sure you're thinking, Tintin, Football Manager, how do they go together? Well, they don't really, but I'm going to try anyway because I love Tintin, I love Football Manager, so I'm going to mash them together and create the Adventures of Tintin in Football Manager 2022. As you can see here, my manager looks like Tintin, ginger hair, classic blue jumper. I'm wearing a Tintin jumper myself actually, and I do in fact have a lot of the Tintin books and a little Tintin and Snowy, his white dog, his white friend, and Tintin wearing his Scottish outfit from when he went to the Black Island. I've got loads of these books. You'll recognise the artwork even if you've never read the books, I'm sure, or seen the cartoons or watched the film that came out a few years ago. You've surely heard of Tintin at the very least. Unfortunately, I can't have a white dog. I really want a white dog on Football Manager. I'm going to tweet Miles and say, can we have pets? That's the next feature for new feature FM23 pets. Imagine that. You could just have a parrot on your shoulder or something. Dress as a pirate. That's taking it a bit too far. So Tintin is Belgian. He's from Brussels, so it made sense to manage Anderlecht. And I've always wanted to manage in Belgium ever since the Belgian Golden Generation burst onto the scene. I've been fascinated by that squad and followed them really closely. I remember when I first set up the Golden FM Twitter account, I always predicted Belgium would go on and win a trophy, and it's not quite happened for them, but they've produced some wonderful players, and I've enjoyed watching their careers. So yes, Anderlecht in the Jupiler Pro League, predicted to finish first, which is, I think, a bit surprising considering I don't think they've really finished that high for a while. Well, as you can see, Club Brugge have dominated. In fact, we finished outside the top 3 last season. In this episode 1, I thought I'd just talk you through my squad, talk you through the plans for the series. I'm not sure how many live matches there's going to be. I haven't really done a proper series for a while because, I mean, my Journeyman series in FM21, I gave up. I stopped making Football Manager videos. Before that, I did Creating a Legacy, which was just a season update with West Ham, and before that it was Region Rovers, so it's been a while since I really got into the swing of a series. So we'll just see how it goes, and hopefully there'll be some of you that enjoy this, but I'm just doing this because I want to. And if other people want to watch this, then great. If people don't want to watch it, then fine, fair enough. Let's have a look around then. These are the finances at the moment. We've got £3.4 million to spend. Not really much leeway in the wage budget, so probably won't delve into the transfer market in the first season, especially as we do have a very good squad, I think, overall. Our best player's on holiday, slacking. Olsen, Swedish international, I guess, was at the Euros, I suppose, and we've started the game on the 1st of July. In fact, no, I've already played a friendly, so it started a week ago. We won against our reserves 4-2, as you can see there. Other notable players, this guy, I don't know how he's at Anderlecht, because he's really, really good. Signed presumably on a free by the looks of it. And he's just a really attacking wing-back who can also play on the wing. Brilliant crossing, as you can see there. Decent physical, well, just decent all-round. I really like the look of Sergio Gomez. We've got a striker on loan from Fiorentina. Looks good player who can play on the wing as well. Probably a decent complete forward by the looks of it. The other striking option's also on loan from Bayern Munich, and I like the look of him as well. I like the look of everyone. I like Tintin. I like Football Manager. I like these players. It's all coming together nicely. We've got Josh Cullen. West Ham fans might know Josh Cullen. Irish fans, Irish people of the world, you might know Josh Cullen. Irish international. Really like him actually. He's 25, in his mid-20s. Has never really broken into... Well, he never broke into the West Ham team, played a couple games, but he was mainly a League One and Championship loan player until he moved to Anderlecht. And I think last year, under Vincent Kompany, I think he was captain for a while as well, but he broke into the first team as a good central midfielder. Think of him like a bit like an Irish Mark Noble, I suppose. Although he was born in Southend, so he's sort of... Yeah. To be fair, Mark Noble could have played for Ireland as well, I think, through his grandparents. This is a good right winger, Benito Raman. He's got one cap for Belgium, actually, 26 years old now. Hasn't gone on to great things, unfortunately, for him. Was a bit of a flop by the looks of it at Schalke, but I think he'll be good at this level. We've got a player on loan from Man City. That's probably the Vincent Kompany connection. I like this guy, Dutch left-footed centre-back. And well, I'll introduce you to players as we progress. I'm not going to spend hours going through every single player here, but this is the tactic I'm going with at the moment. We won 4-2 in the first friendly. It's a bit odd down the left-hand side because I've got a defensive winger, and this guy, who I don't know how to pronounce, a Ukrainian Mikhavilichenko. We'll go with that. And Gomez as a complete wing-back on attack, so he's going to be overlapping whilst Mikhavilichenko sort of sits there and helps defend. I'm just experimenting. I like to try different things, so we'll see how that works. Got an advanced playmaker in Rafaelov, an Israeli international, 35 years old, lots of experience, but still decent looking. He's going to be playing behind Kouame or R.S.C. Not sure who's going to be the first choice up front. And at the moment, just 2 bog standard central midfielders. I haven't decided on the roles yet, so I'll play around in pre-season. We've got a few pre-season games to play through, so I'm going to do that now, and you'll see me in a bit. And now we're magically in the future, and I've played all of the friendlies. As you can see, we've scored plenty of goals. 5-1 win against Grasshopper, the only team I really recognise it. 4-0, 5-1, 7-0. Then we played a friendly cup competition thing, drew 1-1, went through on penalties, and then Kouame stole the show in the final against Kimki. Excellent win going into our first league game of the season. As you can see, we've got Trabzonspor in the Conference League playoff. This is a mouthful. Europa Conference League Path 3rd qualifying round, first leg. I mean, blimey. It doesn't even fit on the screen. I have to scroll all the way over here. So that's going to be the next episode, which is going to be called Tintin in Turkey. He didn't go to Turkey, I don't think, in the books. He might have done. He might have gone to Turkey at some point. I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's not a book called Tintin in Turkey. There's a book called Tintin in Tibet, which is why Tintin was banned from China. I don't know if it still is, but it was banned from China because they recognised Tintin as being a separate country. Tibet being as a separate country. So transfer window wise, I've not done anything. I've not imported any players from anywhere. These are all the transfers that happened before I joined the club. Going out of the club, I have sold 1 youngster to Ghent, who I don't think is going to really do anything, and I've loaned out a couple players. I have also let Bakali go on a free. I thought he was in my youth team, and I remember him being a real future star, but I don't think he's got the attitude. He's got ambitious personality. Either way, he was on big wages in the reserve team. He could have done a job for me, I suppose. I could have revived his career, but I couldn't be bothered, so I've let him go on a free. Talking of the youth team then, I'm sure you're fairly interested to see the youngsters, because there actually are some players with some real potential in the youth team, so I will be looking to implement them. I've already promoted a couple players to the youth team, and there's already a few youngsters in the first team anyway. I've not got a very good selection here. I wanted to sort by age. I need to sort this out. Here we go, sort by age. So there's a 16-year-old attacking midfielder, Stroikens. Not bad. And yeah, I mean, it's a very youthful team overall, as you can see. Look, I go all the way down here, and they're all under 21 or under. Amazing. I've not touched training. I've not really gone in depth yet so far. I've just tried to build a tactic, and that's it. And play the friendlies and get to the first game. That's all I've done. So the aim for this series, I'm not going to set aims, but I've called it the Adventures of Tintin, which makes you think it could be a journeyman. I mean, there's potential, and if we do move away from Anderlecht, move away from Belgium, then I would only take a job at a club that Tintin went to in the books. Do we call them books or comics? I'm calling them Tintin books because they're much more advanced than a comic, and you might have noticed I collect Beanos as well. Tintin's like next level. Adults can read Tintin and thoroughly enjoy them. I still do. I really do. Maybe it'd help if you had read them when you were younger, but I still love reading Tintin as an adult. I'm 30 now and I'm still reading Tintin, so I don't think there's any problem with that. So yeah, if we do move clubs in the future, then would move to a club in a country that Tintin went to in the books. But I might just stay at Anderlecht. I might just get sucked in and really enjoy this club, and perhaps we end up winning the Champions League, and that's a great way to end. So I'm just going to go with the flow and see what happens. So just bear with me, go with the flow, hopefully enjoy it. If you do like the idea of this series, please leave a like. That'd be very much appreciated as always. So in our first game of the season, we got off to an alright start. We got a clean sheet. Unfortunately, Kouame got injured, but R.S.C came on and scored the winner. We should really have scored more than one goal. We dominated the XG statistic, 2.14 to 0.53. But all that matters is I've got a win. We've got a clean sheet. We can build on this. And we have certainly built on it. A 7-3 win in our second game of the season. Defensively a bit shoddy, but R.S.C with a 10.0. I can't remember the last time I had a player got a 10.0. Perfect performance. 5 goals. I'm kind of pleased Kouame got injured. He's only up for a few days, but R.S.C's won his place. This was the first goal from our defensive winger. It seems to be working, the complete wing back and the defensive winger combination. I just couldn't believe it though. R.S.C just kept scoring. We just kept scoring. It was an unbelievable attacking performance from us. Lovely finish there. And this was his second and our third of the game. Ramin with a lovely cross, stonking header into the top right hand corner. Then scored a penalty, slotted it in for his hat-trick. Gomez should be our penalty taker, by the way, but I let him take it for the hat-trick. This was his 4th of the game, and then he got a 5th, and I was thinking by this point, maybe there's a chance of a double hat-trick. And notice who got the assist. A wonderful through ball from our 16-year-old attacking midfielder who came off the bench. And then lastly, to cap it off, another midfielder coming off the bench, Treble, I think his name is. And something like that. He's French anyway. Trebel, I guess. What a win. And that's the perfect way to end today's episode. So the next episode will be Tintin in Turkey. We're going to Trabzonspor. I didn't want to have a live game in this episode. I didn't want to make it too long, the first episode. So I hope you're looking forward to that. We'll play that one. Then I'll play the league game behind the scenes. And then we'll play the home game. I know the Conference League is a bit of a Mickey Mouse competition. But for a club like Anderlecht, it's a chance to qualify for the Europa League just in case the league does go wrong, but I don't think it will. Great start. I know we played teams expected to finish in the bottom half, but R.S.C is unstoppable. Wow, hopefully he continues anyway. So yeah, thank you for watching this episode 1. I hope you like the idea, something a bit different. The Adventures of Tintin in Football Manager 2022. I'll see you in episode 2.